Bwahahahahaha. My name is Amy too, and welcome back to Tech Synth. If I sound different, it's because I'm a little sick. But here we go. Slater threw an onion at the sky and landed on him. Okay. What the you punk. She kicked him in the head and kicked him in the ass, as she kicked him in the stomach and punched him in the face. That'd be difficult to do, I think. But, yeah. He was so surprised he fell back in the chair and was about to get up when he realized he was sitting on the butt end of a very large, very strong, very fast, strong, very tall, strong, powerful, strong-looking, strong-sounding, very good-looking, extremely good-looking, very good-looking, very good-looking, and very good-sounding, very good-smelling human being. What is this? What is this? I don't know. Me. They both were laughing. Oh my god, it's the Batman. That's him. I'm not sure who I'm more impressed by, you or Batman. Who did you call Batman? Asked Lizzie. What? It's the first name in my phone book, the Batman. That's impossible. But it's really hard to pronounce. It's the same as the title of a song by the Beatles. Really? First time hearing of it. So it's something to do with you? Yes. What is it? It's about sex. How did that happen? You got that right. I'm a sex person. I just had to make up a name for it. This is so bizarre. Lizzie giggled. They both were smiling. What's so funny? Asked Lizzie. I just said to myself that it's something to do with you, so it's not. It was my idea to call you Batman, that's why I'm telling you. So there's an attraction. Where are you getting this? I don't think so. If it weren't for this thing I had between me and you, that would be more interesting to talk to. It's not something we've talked about. There are other things you've had with other girls. I didn't know about that. I'd be happy to show you. We'd be talking about what I've seen you do and how I would make you feel if you did it, and not me making you do. What in the world was that? That was getting into territory. Slater threw an onion at the sky. The wind blew the onion back towards him. Riders screamed, "No!" and threw the onion over their heads. The wind blew it back. And the wind blew the onion back again. The first time riders went up on the stage in a performance. The second time he threw an onion on the stage. Why? The third time he threw a banana peel at the audience. This guy's pretty disrespectful to his audience. But he was so angry that he threw the onion and the banana peel up and over the audience. They were flying over the stage. They were flying up and into the audience. And the audience screamed, "No." And the wind blew up the onion and the banana peel and the onion, and they got into their stomachs and they were flying into the audience, and the audience screamed, "No." And the wind blew up the onion and the banana peel and the onion, and they got into their belly and they were flying into the audience, and the audience screamed, "No." And the wind blew up the onion and the banana peel and the onion, and got out onto the sidewalk in the banana-shaped hole in the stomach. They were flying into the audience, and the audience screamed, "No." And the wind blew up the onion and the banana peel and the onion, and they were flying into the audience, and the audience screamed, "No." And the wind blew up the onion and the banana peel and the onion, and they got out onto the sidewalk with a tomato-shaped hole in their stomach. They were flying into the crowd, and the crowd screamed, "No." And the wind blew up, and the onion, and the banana, and the banana peel, and the banana peel, and the banana peel, and the... That devolved so quickly. Slater threw an onion at the sky. "Well then, I'm done with this," said Slater, and he took the bottle out of the bag and set it down on the floor. He stood up from his seat and pulled the bag over his shoulder. He stood in the door, turned to his right, and looked over the garden. "We'll go through this gate after I throw the bottle at the sky." He walked up to the gate. He threw the bottle into the middle of the gate. "I'm going to go through," he said. "No, don't go," said Slater. Slater walked up to the gate. He looked around. He walked out the gate and walked to the left into the courtyard. That's a complicated sentence. He looked down at the gate. It was open, but no sign of the bottle. He looked down at the flower beds again. He looked at the garden again. "What should we do?" asked Slater. "I don't know," said Slater. "I'm coming through the gate," said Slater. Oh, now it changed his name to Setter. Okay, I didn't notice that. Setter looked around and walked out of the gate. When Setter returned to the gate, Setter was gone. Setter came out of the courtyard and threw the bottle into the wall. As Setter looked through the gate, he saw that the gate was now open. He looked towards the garden. There in the flower beds, there were flowers everywhere, as rightfully should. He looked down again. There were a number of bottles everywhere. Setter walked past the flowers and down to a garden that had nothing in it. He looked around. He looked at the gate. The gate was closed. "What should we do?" asked Setter. "Let's go," said Setter. "But Setter, we won't be able to find the bottle," said Setter. "I'm going." This guy is just talking to himself. Nothing to see here. Somebody who's probably mildly insane. Slater threw an onion into the foam of space. Oh yeah, this concept. It was an onion-shaped piece. When it hit the side of the spacecraft, the onion-shaped piece exploded into a million pieces of foam and dust. In a very brief instant, the spaceship disintegrated into a million pieces of foam and dust. A very brief instant, okay. Which flew into the void of space like meteors. This was an event that was described by a group of scientists who studied the events in detail. It was an event that was described by a group of scientists who studied the events in detail. Okay, you repeat that. This was an event that was described by a team led by Dr. Michael Borman. Wonder if that's a real person. Who are investigating the formation of a space anomaly in the early days of the universe. Sure. Okay. They believe that the origin of the phenomenon is a small black hole inside of which a tiny universe formed. They believe that this universe is composed of a series of interlocking, interdependent bubbles. This was an event that was described by Dr. Michael Borman. Slater threw an onion into the foam of space, and it was caught by a small object called an atmosphere. So you didn't get into space then. And the atmosphere is like a tiny bubble that surrounds the bubble. So a small onion can go to the atmosphere and cause the atmosphere to form. Sure. Which would then be attracted to a small object in front of the onion. The onion's size determines how far from an orbit in that orbit it is. So if you want to orbit around the sun at 1 not sure what that term is, you need to have a very large onion. And the sun orbits around the center of the observable universe. And the observable universe is about 3 billion light years away from the center of the universe. That means if you want to orbit the sun at 1 AU, You need to be able to see the sun at 1 AU. If you were on Earth and had a big onion, you could see the sun as far away as 3 AU. Again, I'm not sure what this means. And you would be on the orbit with the sun. If you were on Earth, this would be your orbit because you are close enough to the sun to have your orbit. So that's why we have an orange planet and a blue planet. There's nothing to do with it. It's like a circle with an orange in the center. This is where the orange planet and the blue planet come from. This image is of the sun in a red dwarf, which is like an orange planet but smaller and colder. This is a picture of an orange planet orbiting a blue planet. I don't know what to comment about that. Moon found a portal in a tree and opened it up to another level. But before he could get his bearings, he was attacked by a horde of orcs. He fought them, but when the smoke from the burning portal cleared, he saw he was in hell. And his allies were in hell. I guess you weren't fighting on the right side then. His allies told him that they were being chased by a demon. But the demon was the same one he had fought in the portal. You didn't say you were fighting demons, you said you were fighting orcs. They told him that after they killed the demon, the portal was reopened and it would come take him back to where he had come from. He saw a black fiery ball in the distance and realized that the portal was in his hands. He grabbed the portal, but a portal opened in front of him. It told him a story in a similar fashion to this that was similar to the story he was about to hear. What? This was the story of a woman who had been raped by a demon. Okay then. Getting dark here. And when she awoke from it, there were a bunch of demons waiting for her. She told the demons she was not going to give them ... Anyway, moving on from that. Moon found a clown phone in the grass, and the phone was a good prank. He got the prank to work by calling the clown in the back and telling him to give him the clown car. Then he called the clown back and told him to give him the clown car. The clown went into his house and came back with the clown car. When he turned the key, the car started moving around, and the clown car started moving around, as it would, etc. And then it stopped, and a person started walking away from the house, which was a clown, which was the clown phone. The clown's house moved around, and the clown phone moved around too. When the clown phone walked away, the clown car went into the backyard and started moving again. He called back and told him to give his phone. The clown called his wife and told her he was not home. And when she got back to her home, the clown's car was there, and he started walking around it trying to get it to turn, which it never did. And he called the clown back and told him to give him his phone. The clown went into his house and came back with the clown phone. This is getting so complicated I'm not even registering what it's actually talking about. When he turned the key, the car started moving around and the clown phone started moving around, etc. And it stopped and a clown came out of the house, which was the telephone. The clown called his wife back and told her he was not home. She went back to her home, and the clown's car was there, and he started ... That's something else. This is the last one for this video. Moon found a clown phone in the grass near him. The clown's head was turned towards the phone, and he was laughing at his clown phone. Sounds a little odd. But when the two clowns found themselves alone together, they saw a man in white standing beside the clowns. He was dressed in a black suit. Yeah, he's not in white then. He was in a black suit and a black bow tie. And then the clowns saw the man walking along the edge of the grass, and the clowns started laughing again. The man in the white suit started... White suit... You said it was his black suit. White suit started laughing as well, and the two clowns started walking away. A while later, they came to a tree, and a little boy was playing with a green toy truck. The clowns stopped laughing and turned the clowns' heads. That's a weird way of saying that. The clown in the black suit turned and stared at the little boy. I would be freaked out. And the clown in the yellow suit turned and stared at the clown in the white suit. They laughed with both heads. Creepy. I mean, stupid but creepy. A little later, the clowns found the clowns, and they found the man in the white suit. They found the clowns, sat them down in his car, and began talking about the clowns. Then the man in the white suit looked back over his shoulder at the clowns and laughed, and the clowns started walking away. A little later, the clowns came to a tree, and the clowns were sitting down in the car, while the man in the red suit, man, you're going through all the different colors, sat next to the clowns and began to talk about the clowns. Why would you go up to someone and, talk about what they are? That seems a little weird. There are only certain circumstances where that would make sense. And then the man in the red suit turned around again and said, "You guys are the first ones I have ever met who would actually laugh out loud while I'm talking." Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to continue next week. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.